boys and ghouls. 'Tis I, the Blue Baron, defender of traditionalism. I'd like you to enjoy Tales from the Creepy Christian. In a dark, dark room, and other scary stories. How exactly can we still see the lightning down here? There's no windows in this room. Most of us like scary stories because we like feeling scared. When there is no real danger, feeling scared is fun. Tender lumplings everywhere, life's no fun without a good scare. That's our job, but we're not mean in our town of Halloween. The best times for these stories is at night. The best times for these stories is at night. That should be the best time for these stories is at night. Guess the editor didn't do so well there. In front of a fire or in the dark, tell them slowly and quietly, and everyone will have a good time. In the graveyard. This should be good. We opened with a graveyard tonight. This should be good. This ought to be scary. A woman in a graveyard sat. Ooh, very short and very fat. Ooh, she saw 3 corpses carried in. Ooh, very tall and very thin. Ooh. To the corpses, the woman said, "Will I be like you when I am dead?" Ooh. To the women, the corpses said, "You will be like us when you are dead." Ooh. To the corpses, the women said, "Ah!" Now that actually was spooky. Good. Good. Very good. The night it rained. It was late at night. I was driving past the cemetery when I saw a boy standing in the rain. "Do you want a ride home?" I asked. "Yes, please," he said. "I live on Front Street, next to the school." I handed him my old sweater. "It's cold tonight," I said, "and you are wet. You had better put this on." After that, we did not talk. When we stopped at his house, I said, "Keep the sweater. I will get it tomorrow. What is your name?" "Jim," he said. "Thanks for the ride." I stopped for the sweater the next day. A woman came to the door. "Is Jim at home?" I asked. "I have come to pick up my sweater." She looked at me in a strange way. "It must have been another boy," she said. "Jim is our son, but he has been dead for almost a year. He is buried in the cemetery." I told her how sorry I was, and I left. I did not know what to think. The next morning I went to the cemetery. I wanted to see Jim's grave. Lying across the grave was my sweater. was spending her vacation with her cousin Susan. That should be her holiday. We Victorians prefer the term holiday. Ruth was spending her holiday with her cousin Susan. "A pirate once lived in our house," Susan told Ruth. "He died in the room where you are staying. His ghost is supposed to haunt that room, but we have never seen it." "I don't believe in ghosts," said Ruth. But the thought of a pirate haunting her room scared her a little. Before she got into bed that night, Ruth looked everywhere. Well, how lovely she has an old-fashioned oil lamp. Old-fashioned oil lamp with a handle. Wish I had one of those. She looked under the bed and under the rug, in the closet, in the drawers, behind the dresser, and behind the curtains, and anywhere else the ghost might hide, but she did not find a thing. Ruth yawned and stretched, and got into bed. She turned off the light and snuggled under the covers. "Just as I thought," she said to herself. "There is no one in this room but me." Then a big voice said, "And me!"